Welcome back to the playlist, the guys. So at module 1, the previous video, we talked about how we are going to increase it and why it's important for us to do that. So in this playlist, there's 3 modules we need to unlock. And what that means is increase the guys, know how to do that. We need to know what the clamps and the thieves are. And then we need to know how to keep the system running 24/7. And then we have the very foundation, we have unlocked our potential. So to show you that, we'll go here. If you've listened to any of my other videos, you'll know that 2016, Kelly McGonigal was one of the 3 scientists that completely changed the way I looked at stress. Again, I thought it was about lowering stress, but again, if you want to feel apathy, you want to be bored frequently, you don't want to have a lot of energy, that's what you do. But if you want to take the day on and lock your geyser in and optimize stress, we do it this way. But at the time, I didn't know how to do it. I was missing a lot of pieces of the puzzle, and it was because I didn't know these roadblocks. There's 3 main roadblocks, but there is a 4th, and I'll discuss that a bit later. And I had 2 of them. So as you can see there on the screen, the growth index is simply the ratio of dihydroepiandrosterone, DHEA, to the main stress hormone, cortisol. Now, before we move into it, what you have to understand is that no, you're not too old. I got this right at 46, and you don't need elite genetics. As you'll find out when we get to that stage of the training, my genetics are not great. It's pretty crap, actually. The scientists that I listen to, Professor Sapolsky, they tell us that the brain's got a negative bias at a rough ratio of 3:1. That's for most people. Mine, I would suggest, is at 4:1 because I've got a genetic propensity for anxiety. My genetics, I've got a very hyperactive angiotensin system, which means I produce stress hormones very quickly. But I don't anymore. So it doesn't matter how crap you think your genetics are, you can optimize them to lock in the growth index. And that's the very foundation, because you've got those 8 systems working for you. You feel good. When your feet hit the floor in the morning, you've got the energy. And it's like, I can do this. I can take the day on. And that is the most profound feeling that you can have. And when you've got that geyser locked in, again, the body does something amazing. The stress hormone, dihydroepi, DHEA, it's got a bank, a reservoir. So when you've got it locked in, you're consistently making performance hormones, you're depositing it into the bank for a rainy day. So you've got yourself covered. So you consistently kick ass. You've got the energy. Now, just a bit more research. This is Kelly's book here, The Upside of Stress. And as it says here, DHEA is a neural steroid, right? That helps the brain physically grow synapses where it counts. So you grow stronger. Your brain actually grows physically stronger from stress, but it also counters the effects of cortisol, as you can see I'm circling here. And it also speeds up things like wound repair and enhances immune function. Now over here, remember I talked about on the previous videos that there's many, in Kelly's book, she says that there's many studies that now show that it predicts when you lock the growth index in, it predicts academic and physical success. So this is a very foundation to big enthusiastic energy and taking the day on. Now, another research paper here. This one is from PubMed, and as you can see, I've got all the links there. Now, get this out of the road. Where I've got this green, it significantly increases the positive effects of caring and vigor. Now, vigor is, I've got it down here, a quick Google search, physical strength and good health. I mean, right there. Effort, energy, and enthusiasm. This is where it's at. But it also significantly decreases the negative effects of guilt, hostility, burnout, anxiety, and stress effects. So this is what the growth index means. You just feel better more often. And let's just go back over here just very quickly. Now, performance-based. So our thoughts are performance-based, our behaviors are performance-based, and our moods are performance-based. But if we don't get this right, it's all stress-based. And as Professor Sapolsky said, as soon as cortisol gets high and healthy, or inflammation, it engages stress-based thoughts, and we engage in stress-based behavior. So at the end of the day, we give in. We say yes to that beer that we don't want. We say yes to that junk food that we don't want. And this just adds fuel to the fire, more stress hormones, and it's lowering our growth index the whole time. And a couple of hours later, we're laying in bed and we think to ourselves, oh, I'm just a loser. You're not. Think about what's going on here. Cortisol's up, inflammation's up, stress-based thoughts you're engaging in, and stress-based behaviors. You know, the junk food, the beer, the snapping at the kids, or whatever we've done. It's not us. We can, everyone moves in this direction. You can move in the opposite direction over here. We just have to lock in that geyser, and importantly, at the end of module 9 and module 10, the mindset, the winner's effect. Scientists have shown that by thought alone, we can either increase cortisol or dihydroepiandrosterone, DHEA, and we can put it into that bank for a rainy day. And one of the most profound things that I learned from Chris Voss, former FBI negotiator, was that everything we do in life is a negotiation. And when you know how to negotiate, it becomes like a game. It becomes fun. You know, I can't wait to get to that part of the training. So just to finish up here, a few more important points on DHEA. The military, right? They've got interest in exhibited superior military performance, problem solving and academic performance. And this is one of the research papers that Kelly was talking about, Kelly McGonigal, PhD. Over here, it's a neuroactive steroid, right? So DHEA in cooperation with other hormones and neurotransmitters, right? These are the systems that we want to upregulate, the 8 sexy systems right here. Feelings of well-being. It ameliorates atypical depressive disorders. It's neuroprotective. So I hope you're seeing the potential that you do have, the unbelievable potential you have when you lock it in consistently. Now, as my coach said to me, he said, Mark, if you're having any more than a few off days a month and you're doing something wrong, we need to lock in that growth index and keep the performance hormones pumping. So if you've got any questions, reach out to me, and let's go on to the next part of the playlist, the next video.